Flatbed truck driving is different than pretty much any other type of truck driving. I have personal experience with drive-in and reefer and now flatbed, and I'm going to talk about 8 interesting realizations that you'll probably come to if you become a flatbed truck driver too. Now, before we get started, if you have any solutions to any of these 8 realizations that I'll be presenting to you, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to consider subscribing, and if you like the video, hey, give it a thumbs up. So, number 1 is you are always dirty. It drives me insane because I'm a pretty clean guy. I very much like to be clean, as I'm sure probably most people do, but I have found that now that I'm a flatbed truck driver, I am always dirty. Always. And number 2, which kind of coincides with number 1, your fingernails are always gonna be dirty. No matter how much I clean them, because I'm pretty OCD, or, you know, I'm actually CDO, but most people like to refer to it as OCD, and my fingernails being dirty drives me batty. And since I've become a flatbed truck driver, there's nothing I can do about it. And number 3, which coincides with number 2, which, if you'll remember from a few seconds ago, also coincides with number 1, you're either going to need to carry more clothing or laundry day is gonna happen more often. And that's just something that's unavoidable. I mean, me being as clean as I like to be, there are multiple days that I will wear 3 sets of clothing. And number 4, you will become a ninja at hiding things. And no, I'm not talking about the dunnage between the landing gear. I'm talking about the dunnage up underneath. And number 5, you're not really a full-time truck driver anymore. You are pretty much a daytime driver. Almost all of the loading and unloading is going to be done during the daytime, and the majority of that is actually typically between about 7 a.m. and about 5 p.m. Now, it depends on what season we're in and how long the sun is staying out, but the majority of the time we are driving during the day. Not everybody's going to do this. Yes, I understand. There are always exceptions to the rules. But for the most part, you're a daytime driver. And number 6, you'll probably only really understand this if you did not start in flatbed, or if you haven't been a flatbedder your whole life. And that realization is you're going to run less miles, but the rates are typically higher, so if you're on a percentage type pay, well, you're gonna make about the same money, if not even a little more. Once again, I understand that's not always the case. There's plenty of reefers out here that are small carriers that their trucks are impressive. But for the most part, flatbed is number 1 and has always been number 1. But this realization comes when you've been a drive-in or a reefer guy and you're putting down, you know, 3,500 miles, 36, 37, sometimes 3,800 miles a week. Does that happen all the time? No, not really. But when you're only running 2,000 to 2,400 miles, well, you kind of sit in your truck, should be running, should be running, should be running, should be running. At least I do sometimes. And number 7 is flatbed trucking is way more physical labor. Thanks for that one, Captain Obvious. No, that's not what I'm referring to. What I'm actually referring to is that since you're more active during the day, you're probably going to sleep much, much better. Unless you're the type of person that wakes up when the feather hits the floor. You're probably not even gonna notice the reefer that parked beside you in the middle of the night, and yeah. So better sleep and shorter work days, well, kinda. You flatbedders know what I mean. And number 8, and this is by far my favorite, is you'll come to the realization of exactly how glove companies stay in business. Oh, you thought that was it? That's a lot, isn't it? But yeah, that wasn't all of them. Isn't that crazy? All of those gloves were purchased less than a year ago. But don't forget to stick around for the blooper reel, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Hey, whatever floats your boat. Consider subscribing because, well, tomorrow's video, well, that one's gonna ruffle some feathers. So, you guys, as always, stay driven. I can't read the list because I took a picture and I actually physically wrote it out, and I can't read my own handwriting. How embarrassing is that? Also coincides with number 1. You either need to carry... I was doing so well. Coincides. That's only a 3-syllable word. And number 3, and more often. It's been a long day. This day started at 2 o'clock in the morning. Really, this day started yesterday. This day started yesterday. This day did not start yesterday. I haven't made it through one yet. Not one point have I made it through in one take. We're on number 4. We're halfway through the list. We nailed number 5. Number 6, I just looked at the camera. 5 for 6. Man, if we were a Major League Baseball player, our contract would probably be bigger. I just realized I really don't watch baseball anymore. Wow. Huh. Just been nodding my head for like, well, you know, you saw it. Where was I going with that? I legitimately don't remember. Do you remember? Could use a little help. Where was I going with that? Hit that notification bell, but you gotta hit the subscribe button first. Is that my eyes or the autofocus? Good grief. I need a shower. Bad. It's golden hour though. It's golden hour. Peter McKinnon talks about that. Yeah. I'm sure all of you out there that watch him know exactly where my camera tricks come from. It's no secret. He's pretty awesome. Oh, come on, man. Really? Get it together. Blooper reel, subscribe. No, blooper reel, like, subscribe, comment. All this stuff that I ask you guys to do is just, it's getting old. I think I'm just going to, start asking you for one thing from now on. No, I can't do that. Just like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to stick around for the blooper reel, but if you like the video, just as a reminder, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Whatever floats your boat. Hey, oh, come on. It's your boat. Why?